What's good, Hawks Nation? What's good? It's your boy in the building. We back. Hawks beat the Rockets. We advanced to the play-in game. Looks like we're going to still be in that number. Look like we're going to stay in that number 9 seed. Looking like we're going to be in that number 9 seed, family. Nets are winning right now. Let me double check. Let's double check the scores real quick. But last time I looked, the Nets was winning. Let's see here. Charlotte was winning. Everybody we needed to lose wasn't losing. To make a long story short, family. So it's looking like, let's see. Let's see if we can get these scores here. Charlotte won. Cleveland won. We won. Nets, I think the Nets won. I can't see their score here. Let me find it. Are they still playing? And with 2 minutes left, the Nets are up 9. So looks like we're staying in our same position, guys. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, it was really too late in the season to try to change anything up anyway. So, I've already come to accept our playing position regardless of where it's going to be at. Feel me? Regardless of where it's going to be, I already came to accept that we was going to be a playing team. I really didn't have faith in us trying to get up there in that 7 spot. We really tricked off an opportunity to get there. So I didn't really. I mean, if we got it or we didn't, it didn't really bother me. Long as we made it, man. I mean, to me, and I'll be speaking on the season as a whole probably later on, maybe later on this evening or tomorrow morning. I might go live tomorrow and give you my thoughts on the season. I'm trying to stay positive, family. Trying to stay positive. I like the way we finished off the game against the Rockets. I didn't like the beginning. Excuse me, not the beginning, but the middle. I mean, I love the way we jumped on them early. They wasn't hitting shots, but we was. I didn't like the way we let a young Rocket team hang around. They hung around a little too long for my taste. Okay, considering they're 20 some games, 30 some games under 500. I didn't like how we let them hung around. I was really hoping that we kind of blew them out so we could let, Kevin Knox, the Jalen Johnsons get some burn and rest all starters because, we got playing games starting this week. Looking like we're in a position in order for us to advance in the playoffs, family, we got to win 2 games. That's what it's looking like as of now. I can't really be too upset, guys. This is just the way it is. We put ourselves in this position. So it is what it is. So it's looking like we're playing Charlotte. Hopefully we got the home court. I'm trying to see the schedule here. I'm seeing if they're gonna update it. Let's see. Atlanta did what they could do by beating Houston, but Cleveland victory limited the Hawks to finishing either 9th or 10th. We want the 10th. I mean, we want the 9th spot. So we can at least get the home game. So we can at least get that home game playing for the first one. At least, you know what I'm saying? At least we can get that. But guys, besides that, hey, I mean, we don't really have a choice now. It is what it is. We just need to make sure that, that Nate, the players, and our staff. So my camera, it's all foggy. that Nate and the staff have the boys ready, because this is not the time. If Brooklyn loses, we go to Charlotte. If Brooklyn wins, we get 9. Brooklyn winning, so so hey, that's what we want. We want Brooklyn to win, so at least we get one home. We get one of the home, one of the playing games as home court. Um, but I mean, guys, listen. Nate need make sure he had these boys ready to play, man. Had these boys ready to play. Hey, Trey Young, Hunter, Herter, Capella, be ready to play. It's nothing born about what's about next week. Well, this week. Nothing is born about this week, guys. We need to come out and punch the Hornets in the mouth. Don't allow them to come up here, come down to Atlanta and flex. But let me talk about the game today. What did I see today? I still saw the Hawks, man. I still saw the Hawks. I still saw some of our bad habits that we had. Still rearing this ugly head by, what do I mean? Every time we get a big lead, guys, we was up on them by 18 at one point. And what I saw was us taking letting our foot off of the gas. And that's what really got them young boys back into the game. That's what got them young boys back into the game. We took our foot off the gas. We cannot do that. And I was trying to explain that to another guy, man, on this in-game chat that I'm in. Like, he tried to tell me the whole point, long as you win the game, nothing matters. And I told him, listen, against good teams, you get exposed when you have bad habits as a team. Luckily, we was playing a terrible team, but even they still managed to cut it to 6 at one point in the at one point, I want to say in the third, they cut it to 6. Thank God we went on a 14-0 run to blow the game open. But I mean, like I said, guys, I'm trying to be confident, man. Let me bring my guy Juan on. I'm trying to be confident, man, but hey, we have. I'm not even gonna say it. I mean, it's too late. It's too late for me to say break any habit. It's too late now. We got to go in there, and we got to go in there hard. What's up, my guy Juan? What's good with you, baby? What's your thoughts
What
on
up?
the game tonight,
What
man?
up, man? Yeah, so I was kind of concerned earlier how I think me and you talked about in the chat. We was going back and forth in New Pack City. Shout out New Pack City. If you're not on there, you need to get on there on Facebook. But man, we just our effort. It was just lazy, man. Like it was, like they were just going up the court. Like I can score whenever I want to, and they could. We know the Hawks can score whenever they want to. But like man, like we trying to get in tip top at the best tip top shape we can going into the play in, man. And it's kind of discouraging. I'm glad we got the win, but it shouldn't have came down to the last game of the season to determine if you're gonna play at home or even you don't have a chance in the playoffs.
I mean, like I said, and I spoke on that earlier, man. Just show you that what I said when I started the show was, win or lose, man. I already accepted that we were just a playing team, like,
Yeah.
and I didn't even care one way or another if we played at home on the road. I really didn't care because I mean our path to doing anything good this postseason is, we're gonna have to get the job done on the road.
Yep.
Um, and that's all coming from tricking off the first half of the season, and then tricking off uh all those games we lost to teams below 500 in the second half of the season. Because I still
Exactly.
had some hope that we could have been like Boston, how they went on a run. Because at one point, I believe we played Boston. I think Boston was one of our last games before the All-Star break, and we was like neck and neck with Boston.
Yep.
So I was like, you know what? Maybe we could go on a run. I remember my boy Rashad, and it was like, yeah, we might go 18-4. We might go win 20 games in the second half. And guess what? It came down to we barely made the play in. And like I was telling old buddy on the New Pat City chat, bro, if this was any year without a play-in, we would not be in the
Sure
playoffs.
would. Yep.
We
Yep.
would have went from the Eastern Conference Finals to not to a lottery team.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was trying to get, that was my point to old buddy we was talking to in the chat, and like I said, he must be a newer fan because like
Yeah, he had to be, man. Had to be. Look, the
yeah,
crap he
because
been
like
saying.
just win the game. I'm like, bro, you've been watching these games all year. We've been saying that just win. And they don't win the game that we should
Exactly.
win on paper. You know what I'm saying? So
I
I
like to
just
call
thought,
them.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Juan.
Yeah, I like to call them people that pop in periodically, man. They just highlight watchers and box score observers. They don't watch the actual game. They go out the box score and the highlights. Oh man, we should be doing this and doing that. No,
Yeah,
bro. Like these habits been here all year long, and you
watch it.
happy that we barely beating the Houston Rockets right now. Like, come on, man.
We was, bruh, when he said that, I was like, bro, there's no way you've been in this group for the season. As many times we talked about tricking off games,
Yeah,
like where you been at? Like, don't get me wrong. He right. He have right. Yeah, we should win the game. That's
yeah.
that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? We don't win the games that we should win. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but man, listen, man. Shout out my boy Jordan Jackson in the building. What's good, Jordan? We would be, and I just said that, Jordan. If this was no playing, we would have went from Eastern Conference. What did we win? 2 games in the Eastern Conference Finals to not even make it. We would have been a lottery team. Looking at we right now, the show would be about who we gonna draft. You know what I'm saying, and where they gonna play it. But you know, let me get off the negativity, man. I ain't gonna say
Man,
negativity. I'm gonna say the realism because that's real. That's real. What I just said, man.
bro.
So
And so I'm looking at it like, man, I'll wait till we get after the player raising. We have the open discussion, man. But like I told a couple fans, like in the new packs, like my thoughts on the play-in game, man. I'm not too sure that we can win that game, man, just because of who the opponent who we playing against. And Charlotte has played us really well, and it's the number one team that Trey has shot his lowest points per game in his career. He averages like 20 points a game against them. This is the lowest of any team, and they trap him all the time. They force the ball out of his hands. So and then it's the wild card, Miles Bridges. You know what I mean? He destroys us every single time, man. And so like those are some of the things I'm looking at right now. I think we'll be prepared. I think we'll be okay, but I'm not 100% that we'll win that game, man. Just looking back and how they play us, and I know what they're gonna try to do to Trey and coming into that game.
and I think I'm just going off the top of my head. I think um I think Charlotte has a winning record against us. I think they would have had the tiebreaker over us if I'm not mistaken this year. But bro, listen, we have to, bro. We're gonna have to step our game up on the defensive side of the ball, man. Straight up and
Yep.
down, man. We're gonna have to step it up. But let me bring on. We got a new guest coming on to the show, Matt. Let's welcome a new fan up there. What's good with you, Matt? How you doing, man? We can't hear you, bro.
What's going on?
Okay, now we can hear you. Talk to me, man. Did you check the game today, man? Give me your thoughts about the game today, man.
I wasn't pleased to be honest with the performance, especially defensively, considering how important of a game it was for us for as far as like sharpening us getting ready for the play in. The rotations were bad. The rebound, offensive rebounding was bad. Defensive rebounding was bad. The shot selection wasn't good from Bogdanovich in particular. Kevin Herter looked like he didn't want to shoot. Trey still forcing shots. So, from a focus perspective, I didn't like it.
Hey, I feel you, man, on some of them points, man. So what we about to do? We about to get into these player ratings. I don't know if you've seen our videos or anything, but let me explain the player rating. We go over the player. We rate the players just for this game, 1 through 10. Feel me? and we don't do no halves. It ain't no 5.5 either, 5 or 6. Uh, and remember, your player rating is what you saw and your opinion. So so it ain't no really no average scale that everybody going off of. Everybody got their own opinions, man. So we're gonna go ahead and start the player ratings with our new guest up here, Matt. And let's get started. Let's pull up the stats. Okay. Um, like I said, glad we got the win. I mean, I really think we should have, to be honest, I really think we should have been up by 30 points, probably in the third quarter. I really think our starters should have been sitting out,
Right.
the whole fourth quarter. But, when you're a Hawks fan, you already know we're going to make sure every game goes to the wire, okay?
Yep.
Or they're going to at least have you paying attention to the game for
Right.
real.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start it off, and then we're gonna swing to you. Then I'm gonna go to Juan.
All right.
Okay. First player we're gonna speak on tonight. Okay. Listen, we're not gonna do the bench. I'm not doing Mays, Knox, Johnson, TLC. Like if you ain't playing 10 minutes, we're not even finna waste our time. Okay. Let's start with DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright played 22 minutes. He had 2 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 0 for 1 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 steal. He was a plus 12. I'm gonna give DeLon Wright. I think he played. I mean, a DeLon Wright type of game, man. Didn't put us in jeopardy. So I'm giving DeLon Wright. And we won. So I'm gonna give him a 7 tonight, man. Talk to me, Juan, on DeLon Wright, my guy.
Yeah, man. You know how I'm coming. Same thing every night. I don't expect him to score. I don't expect him to score. He don't score. His defense is what's going to carry us over the top. And you can look in the plus and minus. I know we talk about it. It can sway based on the flow of the game or what's going on. But he had his normal stats. He got another steal. He gonna stay getting steals. He had 2 points. That's what he usually gets. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and played outstanding defense, rotating, blocking Kevin. What's his name? Kevin Porter Jr. when he went for a layup and blocked him and threw it out of bounds. Yep. Switching on his man.
He had zero turnovers too.
0 turnovers. Yeah, he's not going to turn over the ball, so he's going to maintain those possessions. He's going to continue to give us more possession. I mean, this is a attribute to the Hawks. Having the lowest turnover percentage, lowest turnovers per game in the NBA. So he gets an 8 from me because he is the defense captain for the second unit. He calls out all the plays. He's making the switches. He's letting everybody know where they need to be at. He gets an 8 from me.
My bad. Talk to me, Mark. What's your thoughts on DeLon Wright and what's your grade on him for today's game?
Wright, I would give Wright a 7. I like his defense. Like you said, Juan said, I don't anticipate him to score much. If he can hit 1 or 2 open threes, then I'm good. But just his defense, and I feel like a lot of times he needs to control the ball. I wouldn't mind him playing at the end of games if we have a lead because he's going to control the pace. He's going to put players in the position that they need to be in. As far, Trey's still kind of learning in that aspect. So I would give him a 7. I thought he played solid.
Hey, okay. One point to add in. Look for him to play big minutes in the stretch or in a close game that play in. Guaranteed. Because Nick going to favor more defense than offense. You'll have Trey on the court. You'll have DeLon on the court. So that gives us that switching. That's when they switch, they give us another bigger body on him. I look for him to play heavy minutes in the end of the fourth of this playing game if we're down by. I'm not down, but if it's a really close game.
Matter of fact, since you said that, let me add that. Also, what that does, it give us another ball handler on the court. Go back to the point you said earlier, Juan, what Charlotte like to do with us. They like to blitz Trey and get the ball out of his hands. With another ball handler, guess what? And I think we spoke on this the other post-game live. Now, they won't even have if Nate does go to a line backcourt like that. Now, Charlotte, you take that out of their arsenal. Because now Trey don't even have to bring the ball up. He can just jog down court. Then we could whatever we got to do to get him the ball. But I just said that's just to piggyback off what you said with DeLon Wright, which maybe Nate will pop in his head. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that'll pop in his head. Because for some reason, let me stop because you know how I get carried on and then I'll be player rates last forever. All right, let's move on to our Kongwu. Hold up, guys. My dang cat on my lap. He on my damn PC. Let me move him for you.
What did you get right though? What did you get right? Did you give him an 8
No, I
or
gave him a
7?
7. I gave him a
Okay,
7.
that's right.
Solid
Uh,
7. All right, let me set my stuff back up. My bad, guys. My dang cat jumped up in here. Well, not my cat, but my kid's cat. Um, okay, talk to me, Mark. We're going to talk about next player, Onyeka Kongwu, 23 minutes, 8 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 1 block. He was a +9. And for some reason, I don't know how the hell he picked up 5 damn fouls, but he was a +9 on the court. Talk to me. What you see with Onyeka Kongwu tonight, Mark? I mean Matt, my bad.
You good? I would give him an 8. If he didn't have the fouls, it would be a 10. I thought he played really well. He's starting to play better of late. I know he said like a couple, I guess it was like a week ago, he was like keep that same energy when he was going through his mentions on Twitter. So he's playing better. I thought maybe a month ago he was playing real weak as far as like rebounding. He wasn't really challenging stuff at the rim. He was playing like a rookie in a lot of aspects, not rotating correctly, not, like I said, not challenging stuff at the rim. I'm kind of being lost out there. But I thought the last week, he's been playing better. And today, I like his energy and I like his ability to play on the perimeter and match up on the perimeter better. And I think that's going to help us in the playing against Charlotte because he can hedge out and still recover back to the rim. So, and better than Clint,
Yep.
So I would give him an 8.
Talk to me, Juan. What you got on
Yeah.
Yeka tonight, my guy?
Same thing, man. Also know he's had a little slight tick in his minutes played tonight too. So he went back up to 23 minutes played. We was talking about him 19, 20 minutes played. So Nate, trust him a little bit more on the floor tonight in the past couple of games. But yeah, man, the fouls, man, he had some ticky tack fouls, man. Then some fouls like in the last 3 minutes when he posted up Jalen Green, man, they called a foul to him for establishing position. I'm like, what you want him to do? He 80 pounds bigger than Jalen Green, man.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's horrible. Like, but we talk about the rest later on. The rest was they were
Yeah,
terrible.
the refs been on our ass all season,
Yeah,
my guy.
bro, double O through his hands. Like, what do you want me to do, man? Like, I
Right.
can't help that I'm bigger than him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he gets an 8. He gets an 8 for me. He played really well tonight. Almost one more basket, one more rebound. With that a double off the bench. You know what I mean? So that's real good.
I'm with y'all, man. Solid 8 for Onyeka tonight, man. He did his job, played his role. Like you said, got 23 minutes in tonight. Previous games we was talking, he was sitting around that 17.
Yeah.
He was playing 17 minutes, 18 minutes. Maybe it was because he was in a little slump, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Nate finally, woke up and was like, you know what? Because usually Nate will take people out the game.
Yeah.
So maybe Nate would like, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a little bit more burn since he's more active tonight. I believe if he didn't get in that foul trouble, he would have had a double easy tonight. I
Yeah.
think, once he picked up that full foul, he was playing kind of a little timid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it looked like you could tell he wanted to stay in the game.
Exactly.
So, but that's like I said, man, that's the same as that crap they did Hunter when we played. I ain't even gonna get into that right now. I ain't even gonna get into it. But them refs I'm gonna say this real quick. Them refs always find a way to slow us down, bro.
Trash, man.
Whether
Yeah.
on the offensive side or the defense, they find a way to slow us down. I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to get fined by the NBA. I'm just playing. All right, man. Next player up, we got Bogey. This on you, Juan. We'll start off with you. 28
Yeah.
minutes, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 for 14 from the field, 4 for 9 from 3, 0 for 3 from the free throw line, 2 steals. He was a +20 tonight. Now that plus up behind he probably got that +20 from the bench. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, he got the +20 because he had 7 assists and 6 rebounds. When has Bowie ever gave you double digit points, 5+ rebounds, 5+ assists? Those are real nice. And he got you 2
and you know
steals.
what, Juan? Let me interrupt you real quick because when you
Yeah.
brought that up, I like to listen to the other team's broadcast, and they brought that up. They were saying that Bogey, and we've been saying this, but it was funny hearing the other announcer said they was like, this dude is playing so aggressive when Trey Young is out the game, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
because
Mhm.
saying?
he don't have to defer, and I know he don't have to defer. He know he's the number one option, man, and he's gonna play so much better. It's confidence, man. But he had no turnovers too. That's key.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
seven assists. You know,
zero
seven
turnovers,
assists,
man.
7 assists, zero turnovers. That's always gonna make your plus and minus tick up. Um, outside of shooting, played really well, man. When he was hitting his threes, they were you just hear. I mean, they had a microphone on the net, but it was just swishing every single
Yeah.
time. You know, shot 40% from the 3 point line, over 40% because he shot 4 of 9. You know what I mean? So that's still good. But he was the secondary ball handler tonight. When Trey wasn't in the game, he was moving the ball around, continuing to get assists, getting dimes for guys. Bogey, man, like we said, he's been the second best player clearly over the last 2 3 months for this
Easy,
team.
easy,
Easy, it is
easy.
easy, easy. You know, like he didn't shoot the ball pretty really well tonight, but he did other things. He rebounded, he assisted, he stole the ball. He gets a 9 from me.
And to piggyback on what you said about Bogey being the second best player, um, he actually, and that's good because remember a couple of weeks ago, well, maybe well, couple, yeah, about what I say about 8 weeks ago, he was in a terrible shooting slump,
Yeah.
terrible slump, man. Just like to the point we was like, bro, come
Stop shooting.
on, man.
Yeah,
So talk to me, Matt. What you got on Bogey tonight, man?
I'll give him a 9. I thought he was really solid. The rebounding, the assists, I thought those was really good. The shooting, um, earlier in the season, I'm like, man, this guy shoots too much. But then I listened to, I don't know where, I forgot, maybe it was a podcast or something. But Travis, the GM, he had said that he told Bogey to shoot. If he look at the stat sheet and he see Bogey only shot 10, 12 times, that's a problem because he's our best shooter. So, especially a 3-point shooter. So he wants him to shoot, a lot of shots. Some of the shot selection, like when he shoots it, I got a
yeah.
problem with, but I don't have a problem with the attempts anymore. Once I heard that, I'm like, all right, he just following, orders. So, but I thought his defense, if his defense can just get average, it would be a 10. But I mean, he just let guys go. So,
Every time, bro.
I'm like, dude, do you even care about playing defense? I mean, where's the pride? Like, what I'm saying? Just even take a charge once in a while. I'm like, this dude right here is like, what is he? It's like a turnstile. But I'll give him a 9. I thought he played well today.
I'm gonna give Bogey a 9, but I'm gonna tell you what's hilarious, man. Now, Matt is brand new on the show.
But
I don't know. I don't know Matt. Juan don't know Matt. But
exactly.
it's so funny when you get Hawks fans coming up here and we say the same thing, man. So it just validates, it just let me know like I'm not crazy. Cause sometimes you'll post that like in a bigger Hawks
Mhm.
like Facebook groups and stuff, and they be like, "You just hating, blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah," and you be like, "Bro, I know what I'm watching," but it
Yeah.
feels so good when other people say the same stuff that we've been saying the
Right.
whole year. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I'm gonna roll with y'all, man. Look, tonight, man, Bogey, I'm gonna give Bogey a 9, and it's strictly off his 3-point shooting. Like today, okay, he was 5 for 14 from the field, but I like to factor that in with him also, trying to make stuff happen when he's the primary because basically he's the primary scorer when Trey is out the game, in
Right.
my
Yeah.
opinion. And you know, as long as he hit his threes, long as he can give me 40% from three,
Oh yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
can get that, then
Yeah.
I don't really mind. Don't get me wrong. I don't want him to shoot like 5 for 20, but
Yeah.
you know, I don't really mind him having an off regular shooting night because some of them threes he hit tonight, and I hate to say it, considering we playing a team that 30, 40 games out of 500, some of them threes he was hitting was clutch.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was clutch. We needed them at the time. So, I'm with y'all, man. I'm giving Bogey a 9 tonight, man.
But also,
Um,
Demar, it's like you said, he didn't force the issue, man. No turnovers and 7 assists. That lets me know he was just a staple. He was just going with what the defense gave him. So
Mhm.
again,
exactly.
pretty big.
Exactly, man.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna stick with you on this one, Matt. We got Clint Capella tonight. 23 minutes, 18 points, 13 rebounds, no assists, 7 for 10 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. That's a 10 right there. Shit.
Exactly.
Um, when he 4 for 4 from the free, wow, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 0 turnovers. He was a plus 11. Talk to me, Matt, about Clint Capella and what you're rating tonight.
I would give Clint a 10. Now, I will say this. Some games you watch Capella and his stats would make you think he played well, but you watch the game and he
Thank
did
you.
not.
Thank you.
So, but tonight he actually played. He still missed some couple defensive assignments, and you saw when the dude, I believe it was Christopher, came down the lane. He didn't even want to jump. He just he moved completely out the way. But you know, I'll give him his energy, you know, his rebounding, his shot blocking, just his presence is what we need more of. We need more, you know, maybe not the points, but the rebounding, the block shots, the presence is what we need more of from him going into this playoff stretch. So I'll give him a 10. I thought he played well. I didn't think he forced it. You know, sometimes he did miss a couple layups, but you know, that's come to expect that now. But
Yeah, that's
I
standard
thought
with him.
yeah, I mean,
Them
this
little
guy,
bunnies he be missing.
if I could take like a dollar out of his check for every layup he didn't miss this season, I mean that it'll equal his pay, it will equal his salary.
His
But
problem is because he don't dunk the damn ball, man. Like dunk the ball, bro. All this
Exactly.
finessing, trying to finesse, grab the ball and go up strong. It's that simple.
Yep.
I think he's just scared to go to the free throw line.
That's
Personally,
it.
but
Yeah.
That's it, Devon. That's it.
that's why he just tap it. He's scared to go to that free throw line.
That's it.
Talk
So
to me, Juan.
50%.
Oh, go ahead. You finish your thought. You finish your
No,
thought,
you good.
Matt.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was saying sub 50%. That's probably why.
Yeah, talk to me, Juan.
This is Clint from last year. When he was averaging nightly 18, 13, 2 blocks, 1 steal. When he gets the blocks in, that lets me know that he's active around the rim. He's being an enforcer. That 1 block he had on Kevin Porter Jr., where he blocked him and made the ball go out on him. I think it was him or Tate, whoever it was. Like, that's the Clint we need, man. Like, that's what I was talking about the past couple of games, him not being a forcer, like teams are not afraid of him no more. This is the Clint of last year. You know, I don't expect him to make all his free throws, but he's 4-4 tonight. I'll take that any day of the week. Any day of the week. Anytime he making free throws, we're a better team because of that. But the double-double, the 2 blocks, I'm happy with it. That's 10 for me.
I'm gonna give Clint a 9, man. I agree with everything y'all said. It's just this one. It was just one defensive possession, man. Where I can't think of the big. It was the white guy they had, and the
Seguin
white
or whatever his name.
I can't remember the name, but he at the top of the key, and I'm like thinking, have you read your scouting report on this guy, Clint? Because if he's a 3-point shooter,
Yeah,
you need to get out there.
exactly.
And he just, hey, you see, he was like this, like
he didn't want to get out there. Yeah,
yeah, he tipped like if
Yeah.
I know you shooting, say you shooting, scout report say you shooting 38%, 35, I'll say 35% from 3. I'm gonna go out there. And if you beat me off the dribble, you just beat me.
Yeah.
Because I'm in my head, I'm like this, bro. This dude's a 35% 3-point shooter, dog. I'd rather run him off that line and hope, well, this the Hawks, hope and pray, you know, I got some type of backside assistance. Somebody else see this, you know,
Right.
but him just standing there with this little fake, like, and he won't even close to even if he
That's it,
jumped, it won't even gonna interfere with the dude's shot. I'm like, bro, get out there.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
that go
it's
back to
probably a
that
drop
point.
coverage.
Yeah, that go back to the point
Yeah.
that Matt made about Onyeka. Onyeka would have went out there.
Yeah, and match them laterally because Clint don't have that lateral presence like he's talking about double O. Double O get out there, he can guard, he can switch effectively. He's gonna get up in you. You know what I mean? Clint like an old lady with his back bent over like that. Like he putting a hand out like that. You know, like he about to tap it. Like,
Hey
Clint,
man,
get out there, man.
I just thought I was tripping. I'm like, bro, really? We over here fighting for our playing lives, and you now I'm like, maybe he did read the scouting report, and the dude shoots 20% from 3. But I'm like, bro.
I think Şengün, yeah.
But when he hit it, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
next time you need to get out there, bro.
Right.
You need and next time, guess what? He didn't. Dude just missed it. And I'm just like, come on, bro. You can't be scared, man. But just because of that, man, I'm gonna have to knock him off to a 9. because that play really irritated me, man, because it showed me a lack of urgency. And I think I posted that in the New Pack City chat, man. I said this team, I posted in some in-game chat. I was like, even though we was up double digits, I said the Rockets are playing with more intensity
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
purpose than we are. We the ones playing for our position. And now, never mind. I'm not gonna get into it because I'll get off track. You know how I get one. I'll get off track
Yeah.
and I'm long winded. All right. And see, analyst not even here tonight. His boy Kevin Herter, man. 30
Uh,
minutes, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Not bad night. 4 for 8 from the field, 3 for 6 from three. Let me see. One turnover. He was a plus minus of 13. I'll start off with Kevin Herter. I'm gonna give Kevin Herter a 8. And the only reason I'm giving an 8 because he had a pretty solid game. But I think, we discussed this already about Kevin Herter. Bro, why you got 8 shot attempts?
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
You're a shooter. I just don't get it. You're a shooter, bro. You 6'8". Am I right? He's 6'8", right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Why is he? And remember we were saying, and that's what I was saying about the Hawks, man. We are consistent at being inconsistent, man. This dude one night, because remember, Kevin just came off a tear, averaging 20
Yeah.
Mhm.
in like the previous 5 or 6 games, and then you come out and then you come with 4 attempts, and you shooting 50%, bro. Like, and you know what, Juan? If you go back in that in-game chat on New Pack City, Clifton posted in the group. He said Kevin Herter is hot.
Yeah, he
Let's see.
did.
Let's see how many shots he gets. So look, at
Ooh.
halftime, I go back. I say, "Hey, Cliff, how many shots did Kevin Herter get since you posted it?" He was like 0. I was like, "Exactly, exactly." But I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give Kevin Herter an 8, man. I need more from him, man. He's shown that he can give us more, and I want more. Talk to me, Matt.
For the reasons you pointed out, that's why I'll give him a 7. Because he has part of it is he doesn't have. I think he lacks aggression. The other part of it is coaching as well. I believe that like Nate gotta draw up not plays for him. He gotta have plays, but he gotta run him through plays. Run him off screens, run him off flare screens, run him off different stuff to get him good open shots and to get in a rhythm and then get confidence. And then he'll Game 7 in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to run it exclusively through Kevin. You can have it where you run Trey or Bogdanovich, but you're using him to get him because he needs confidence. So you got to be in tune to that and work off that. But he had so many opportunities where he could have shot it or pump faked and drove to the rim, and he just took it. Oh, it's not immediately open, so I'm gonna pass it back out. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it was somewhere in the third quarter. He passed it to Trey. Trey passed it back to him. He passed it back to Trey, and Trey like, shit, I'm gonna just take it.
Yep. Yeah.
Like
Bro.
I don't understand. I don't understand. And then he go to the lane and he just like throw that little flip shot up there. I understand it goes in a lot of the time, but it's like we've been talking about picking up your free throw attempts for 2-3 years now. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't.
I think my
Bro.
boy Juan said it the other
Bro.
night, man. The boy's scared of contact, man. He's scared of contact, bro. You 6'8". I mean, I mean, I don't know. Talk to me, Juan, man.
Matt, thank you for validating what we keep saying in here. Again, you brand new, and we say the same thing. He keeps deferring to Trey. Demond said it. We all say it. He defers to Trey, and I just don't understand it, man. Out of everybody that played 30 minutes tonight, guess who had less than 10 shots? Her.
I heard her.
Everybody else shot at least 11 shots. I mean, at least 10 shots, to include Clint, who played 7 less minutes than him. So why he's not shooting more than 10 shots, I don't get it. He only shot 11 shots last game, played like 35 minutes against Miami. And he shot 50%, 60% or whatever it was. Shoot 50% tonight, like he's making the opportunities that he has, but why are we not getting him the ball? You're 6'8", you're a big target, but you're a small target, if you get what I mean. And
Yeah.
like Kevin Porter was going at him, Jalen Green was going at him all night long, man. It was going at him because they know he plays soft and he's passive. And somebody like when he was open, he was screaming. He would, we heard him was waving his hands back
I
and forth
saw
like
that.
I'm
I saw
open,
that.
I'm
Yeah.
open. There's multiple times. I was like, man, can't nobody hear you because you soft. Can't nobody hear you. You soft. Nobody hear your voice. I would have went back in the locker room. I would have been saying something to Trey and Bogey like, look, I'm open. Pass me the
Right.
ball, man,
Hey,
Right.
let me tell you
so I
something,
can
Juan.
shoot.
Juan, let me tell you something. I'm only 5'9". Okay, let me tell you something, bro. If I was 6'8", you ain't gotta tell me to shoot the rock, bro.
Yeah,
Cause guess what? I'm going to the hole every time.
yeah,
I'm
He needs
man.
to
flexing.
he needs to watch some Tyler Hero tape. I'm like, you know what I'm
We,
saying? That's a white boy
thank
that
you.
get down.
Thank you, bro. This is look, man. We say this every single game, man. Tyler Hero is what we want Kevin Herter to be in 3 inches short, in 3 inches taller. You know
But
what
you
I
know
mean?
what,
Like,
Juan? You know what? Let me ask you this real quick before you. I don't know. You didn't give your rating yet, right?
no, I give him
Okay.
a 7. I give him a
Okay.
7.
Let me ask you this before we move on. Do you think Kevin Herter, when he starts? Because remember, if I'm getting old. Beginning of the season, Herter was coming off the bench
He
until
was.
Bokey got hurt, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Do you think that he just don't get the attempts because now, Gallo was back, so he got Gallo gonna shoot the rock. For some reason, and I don't know why tonight, Hunter was very aggressive with the shot attempts. Do you think, and you can chime in on this too, Matt? Do you think it's just not enough balls to go around for us to really see what Kevin Herter could do?
I think. Well, I think part of it is coaching too, because they're gonna go to the hot hand. Gallo had a matchup all night long. Like nobody
Yeah.
could stop him. Like this is a perfect Gallo mismatch on everybody. So that's number one. Trey gonna shoot when and whenever he pleases because he can get by anybody in the NBA, and I mean anybody. It don't matter who
Mhm.
on Trey. And Hunter knew he had a bad game last game, so he finna come out and shock the world. And boy, did he! You know, boy, did he! Like he like that junk y'all was talking last game. He's like, nah, that ain't happening tonight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And Herter, his mentality, he's passive, bro. He is not one of those. He's not going to try to prove anybody wrong. He's gonna go with the flow of the offense. He's gonna get his game check and he's gonna be happy. That's what I see with Herder, man. Until somebody just like talking his ear, like you got handles. You can operate from the triple threat. You can shoot the mid range. You can shoot the 3-pointer. You can shoot. You can go inside. And you're 6'8", bro. Like
Mhm.
you can't teach 6'8", man. The one we say it every session. You can't teach 6'8". Use that 6'8" height. If this was Klay Thompson, man, we had this Klay Thompson on our team, and as a herder, we'll easily average 25, man. Because can't
Bro,
nobody
Right.
stop this dude,
Mhm.
man.
I tell people, man, I said it here the other night, man. On the right team, this dude is a young Gordon Hayward, bro. I'm
Yeah,
Mhm.
telling you, man. Like he has the build, he has the skill set. Talk to me, man. What you thinking about that question that I posted?
Uh, I don't know if it's. I think he's stuck in the middle. Like, okay, I'm not as good as Trey, right? But then the offense, to me, I don't feel like the offense is really conducive for his skill set. Like I said,
mm-hmm.
they don't run him off screens. They don't get him
Nope.
in space to be able because he do got a handle. So you got to run him off screens to get him going. Then put him in space so he can cross the dude up, get to the rim. He's not going to dunk on the dude, but he might, put that little finger roll shot he got up there. But so part of it's aggression, but part of it also is coaching. So I don't think it's the attempts. I feel like he kind of lost. He don't really know where he fit in. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying?
Yeah, I
Like
feel you.
hey,
Bogey's our
man.
shooter. Trey's Trey. We gonna run that little stupid cross pick thing for Gallo to get Gallo 500 attempts. But like, where do I fit in? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where's my place in the offense? So I
Hey, I
think if
got.
he dedicated plays for him, he would be better.
Hey,
Go ahead, Juan.
speaking of that dunk, Kevin Herter had a breakaway dunk, and he tried to lay it up and got it beat off the backboard. What are you doing, bro?
Hey,
What
did you
are you
that
doing?
whole possession? That's right. When I went in the chat, and I was like, "This team is so lazy, bro." That was such a lazy effort. And then Gallo got the rebound, and I'm like, "Dunk it with some authority."
Bro, you,
The
you
dude, let me tell you how much respect some of these teams give us. If that was, say, I don't know, if that was John Collins, who people know he gonna dunk it,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think that guy contest that block,
No,
contest
he's
that
not.
because he know he finna slam it. Gallo tried, boy. That I was just like, man. When
Bro.
luckily dude went through the net,
Yeah.
because from at first, from my view, from my screen, it looked like the dude just blocked it. I was like, Jesus Christ, you
Yeah.
got to be kidding me. Till they showed him go through the net, I was like, thank you, Jesus, bro, because
Bro.
that was such lazy effort on Kevin. Dunk the ball, man.
Yeah.
God damn, how many times you guys say that, bro? Hey, see, I be trying to be calm, man, but it's always something that pisses me off on
No.
Uh,
this team.
Hey,
Dunk
Damon.
the ball.
Well, when I saw that, I just turned the game off about 5 minutes. I was like, I can't, man, because I was like,
yeah.
this is Kevin in a nutshell all season long. I'm gonna go over this finesse right hand layup and get it pinned off the backboard.
We'll
Dunk the
we'll
ball.
we'll for that, bro. Remember Hunter did it the other night, and he let the dude walk him down and take the ball from him on a fast break. I was like, what are you doing? Let's move on, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's move.
Uh,
Okay, we got Gallinari, 32 minutes, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 for 14 from the field, 6 for 8 from 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 2 turnovers, who cares? 1 block, he was a +2. I'm giving Gallo a 10 tonight. And we pointed this out the other night, man. Like Gallo, man, as soon as Gallo see a matchup, it's no hesitation. And that's what I
Yeah.
need. I need John Collins to see what Gallo does. You know, Gallo don't wait. As soon as he see who on him, if it's
mhm.
a mismatch, he goes straight to the post,
Yeah.
straight to it, call for the ball. Hopefully that's that's Trey Young and whatever guard on the court. Hopefully they see that too. It's just not like the coaching staff saying, hey, it's a mismatch, because I'm hoping that our players see it on their own. You know what I'm saying? Gallo was awesome tonight. You can't ask for better efficiency from a shooter, from 3, from the 2. He get a 10 from me tonight, man. Gallo came out and did his thing, man. Talk to me one about Gallo.
Yeah, man. That was a mismatch. He didn't like tonight. Um, Gallo had so many open threes tonight. It was pathetic. Even the Houston commentators like you can't leave this guy open. They said when Gallo is healthy and he got his legs underneath him and he's shooting like this, bro, we already know we number 2 in offense. When we scoring like this, it's lights out for any other team. I mean, we just got to play somewhat of a defense. You know what I mean? But he's shooting like this, and there's nothing you can do to us. No team can beat us when he's shooting like this. Him, Trey, and everybody else contribute. There's nothing you can do. Solid 10 for me, man, because he left a dud in Miami, and he left it
Yeah.
down there too.
Yeah, he did. Talk to me, Matt, about Gallo tonight, my guy.
10 for 10. Yeah, I know we've been talking about Bogdanovich being a second guy, but really Gallo the last 2-3 weeks. I mean, he's been playing really well. He John just stay over there on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So Gallinari's been playing really well. He's been shooting well, and he's been getting other teams in a penalty early.
Yeah, I
Or
say that. Yep.
attempting to, which helps out the rest of the team. So he's been no hesitation, been shooting and been getting to the rim. I feel like a lot of times that's our only slash and interior presence. Sometimes is Gallo, and so he's been playing well. I thought today, he played really well. When Houston was starting to come back, he got the ball, hit a couple threes, got to the rim, slow, got us points at the free throw line. So I thought he played really well.
Yeah, it seemed like we all agree, man. Gallo, man, like, I'm just going to say this. I was really hoping we was going to be up in the third quarter. I was really hoping we was going to be up 30 points.
Me too.
Because I wanted Gallo. I don't want Gallo playing 32 minutes in the last game of the season. But then, obviously, we put ourselves in this situation to even be playing a game. The last game of the season matters to make the play in, not the playoffs, but the play in. So I'm just hoping, Gallo can hold up and give us what he can give us on these playing games, and if we advance in the playoffs, because my biggest nightmare with Gallo is us doing what the Knicks did to Derrick Rose last year, and they played playoff run. They pretty much relied on him so much, they pretty much ran him to the ground.
Yeah,
so, when it came to them last 2 or 3 games, when we sent their ass home, Rose could only play, I think he was like 15, 20 minutes because he was so tired, man. So hopefully Nate don't run Gallo like that. But hopefully Gallo was talking to Nate too and saying that I'm good or I'm not. But
Yeah.
that's it is what it is. Let's move on to DeAndre Hunter. Surprising night. 33 minutes, 22 points, 2 rebounds, no assists, 7 for 13 from the field, 4 for 4 from 3. He was shooting that bad boy with confidence today.
Yep.
4 for 5 from the free throw line, which is amazing because I didn't know he was shooting 70% from the free throw line.
Yeah, you gotta
Two
clean that up.
2 turnovers, 2 turnovers. He was a plus 18. Talk to me, Matt. What you see with Hunter today, and what you rate him?
I give Hunter a 10. I thought he played really well. I thought he was aggressive. He I don't know. I don't say becoming like Capella missing them layups, but I don't know what he be doing sometimes. But he got to go down there and try to dunk every time. You know what I'm saying? But maybe the free throw shooting is why he'd be a little hesitant. But he was aggressive, but he didn't overshoot his hand. He wasn't out of control. He didn't take bad shots. He didn't force it. He played under control, but still, it was sections of the game, and you're like, okay, this is, Dre's presence is on. We could see it, we could feel his presence, offensively and defensively. He carried, or picked up, when Bogdanovich letting guys just, skate through him. He, saying he's a level of deterrence there. So I thought he played well. I don't know what his plus minus was.
20. He was a plus 20.
Yeah.
No, excuse me, plus 18. My bad, plus 18.
Yeah. I mean, if we can get this, aggressive DeAndre every game, you're not going to get the points every game, but the aggressive, being engaged every game, then, we're going to be good.
Talk to me, Juan, what you saw with DeAndre Hunter tonight, my guy.
Yeah, man. He heard the chatter. He read the news. He read the bloggers. He read Twitter. They flamed him, man. Like, bro, you had, what was he, 0 for 7, I think it was? You had 2 points, 2 rebounds.
And then throw that with remember that bullshit game he had with the Bulls when we got on that last time, and then he came up the next game and gave us a 20 piece.
Yeah, so he hears the chatters. He knows somebody got in his ear like, that ain't you, man. And so this is equally one of his best games in the last month, just from an efficiency standpoint. Made 4 threes, like you said, Damon. He couldn't. I mean, obviously he couldn't miss tonight. You know what I mean? He was netting them things, every single one of them, and they were corner threes too. So that lets me know, like, get Dre in the corner, like that's his best 3-point percentage right there. So he's hitting all his corner 3-pointers. He gets a 9 from me because he missed that easy layup when he was by himself, and I'm like, you can't miss these layups, Dre. Like, we need them layups. But he did try to dunk on their center, and I mean he almost got it to go down too. And I was like, everybody worrying about his knee. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with Dre's knee. It's confidence, man. Like, once you see the ball go in there, he's gonna be more confident to drive to the lane. He had some nice step back jumpers tonight. He had the whole package going offensively. But he gets a 9 from me.
You see that Euro move he did, but he just missed the finish, man.
Yeah.
My bad. Did you finish your thought, Juan?
Yeah, he get a 9. But yeah, I agree with you saying. Yeah, he gets a 9 from me.
This is the type of Hunter we need on the offensive side. And when I say that, I mean, I need this type of, not production, but the effort.
Mm-hmm.
He kept the defense guessing. He made the defense play defense. Usually he'll just stand there and they throwing the ball and he dribble. And what does somebody say? When he make a move, it's the funniest thing I heard about Dre. They said when he make a move, he the only person who make a move, fakes the defender out, but still run the same way the defender going. Like, crazy, right? But him attacking the basket, and you might be right. I think that was Matt who said it. Might be right. It might be the free throw percentage that stop him from attacking that basket like that. He might be scared to go to the line. Yeah. But I just like people attacking because you're gonna get fouled. But guess what? If you're not somebody who consistently attacks the basket, the ref's not gonna look out for you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, "Oh, bro, you'll never come down in the paint, bro. Get up out of here with that weak shit." You know what I'm saying? But him being aggressive, he got some fouls called for him tonight. Being aggressive, the 3 was on fire. You know what I'm saying? And he shot them 3s with confidence. It was catch, shoot it. It wasn't that catch, fake, step, fake, that crap he be doing. He caught it and it was gone, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. And it's so funny how as fans we see it, and I'm like, how the player don't see this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
He,
I'm gonna give him
I'm,
I'm gonna give Dre a 8 tonight, man. I'm gonna give him an 8.
yeah.
Um, he got the he, and that might be something he need to work on the offseason, man. Just finishing in the paint, because some of them, I think that was Matt who said it. Some of them you got to finish that, bro. When we
Yeah.
playing good teams,
Hmm.
because you might not get those calls against a Milwaukee, against a Philly. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how NBA politics go with the refs. So we need those finishes. But besides that, man, I love the aggressiveness tonight, man. Love the
Hey,
And
aggressiveness.
it
I,
creates
go ahead, man.
oh sorry. It also creates movement in our offense because our offense could be very stagnant. So him driving to the basket aggressively, it creates movement that's not naturally in the offense. You know what I'm saying? With
So
manager Nate over there.
I got one thing. So I was listening to the Houston side of the comment tonight, and they was like, when they were starting to trap Trey early in the game, it was like, if you're gonna make somebody kill you, make it be Hunter. Hunter don't shoot well from the three. Well, he did exactly that tonight. He did exactly what the broadcast said. And then they stopped doubling Trey. If you notice that, they stopped doubling
Yeah.
Trey because they couldn't leave Hunter open no more. You leave Hunter open, you try to double Hunter, then you're gonna leave Gallo open. Then you're gonna leave Herter open. It's like you gotta pick your poison sometime with the Hawks. If they hit him, like it's a pick your poison. Who do I want to shoot? You just gonna leave leave Capella, which is underneath the rim, man. But just like you said, man, when he's moving and not being stagnant, like the team can't concentrate on trade defensive wise.
Exactly.
And I just like a more aggressive Hunter. I'm a biggest critic, man. Everybody want to get rid of him. I talk crap about him as well, but when he plays well, I'm gonna
Well,
respect it as
yeah.
well.
I know one thing. We better not give him no extension. He better be on that prove it deal next year. But I like this question by Tangu, man. He said, "What y'all think about his D on Porter?" I mean, I think he played okay, but he played
Yeah.
okay. He played okay D
Port,
on Porter, but I mean,
Porter more athletic, so I mean he
yeah,
This is what
and
I think. Porter shot 10 for 24. He made 6 to 12 threes. What that tells me, and a lot of that was coming from ball rotation. They would move the ball, we'll trap, and leave somebody open. Sometimes Porter would pull up and shoot a 3-pointer. And most of those times he had Gallo on him, where he had a trade, he would switch on him. Individually, you get a man shooting 24 shots, he only make 10 of them. That shows to me he working real hard.
yeah, you'll
And his
take that all day.
efficiency, yeah, his efficiency is dropping every single time, man. You know what I mean? So keep on shooting, keep missing. You know what I mean? Like you gonna eventually hit, but you take all those shots, you hurt your team more than helping them.
Exactly. So yeah, I think he played decent defense on Porter, man. I mean, obviously we all know this is NBA, man. Ain't no score. Go at. But
right.
like
Yeah.
Juan said, look, the numbers say, hey, if you hold one of their main scores, they 10, 10 for 20 plus. They shooting under 50%. Basically you did your job in the NBA.
Yeah,
Um,
because I'll be reading about I look at Bridges, Mikal Bridges, and they're like, that's who my comp for Dre. I think he's a better offensive player, but that's my like defensive comp for him.
Mm-hmm.
hey,
But
somebody gonna
he
have to
doesn't
get on Miles
stop
Bridges'
anybody.
ass. Somebody gonna have to get on Miles Bridges when we play him. Shit, I'm tired.
Exactly.
I'm tired of his ass going for 30 against us and shit. But all right, let's talk. Cause y'all know I'm right, man. Y'all know I'm
Yeah.
right. Y'all know that's why y'all laughing. Y'all know
But
I'm right.
John have a hard time guarding him. Yeah, so he can't move his feet on the perimeter. That
There you go. Yep.
So
Yep.
Hey,
Dre might
hey.
be a better matchup for
See,
him.
look, Matt already first day up here about to open a can of worms right there.
Yeah, man.
You about to
Yeah.
open a can of worms. Okay, let's speak about our superstar point guard Trey Young. 34 minutes, 28 points, 5 rebounds, 11 dimes, 10 for 20 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3, perfect from the free throw line. Fuck freaking 5 turnovers. He was a plus
Mm.
8. Listen, man, Trey get a 9 from me, man. I can't these turnovers, bro. Let me tell you something, man. I understand Trey has the ball a lot. I really understand it. But my problem is this, man. Against good teams, they're going to turn those into points.
Yes.
Luckily, tonight, we played a team that was bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they had one possession, man. I'll speak on it later, man. It was hilarious. But um, good teams take your turnovers, convert them to points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need Trey to be a little bit more careful and stop showboating. One of the
Yep.
passes he made, I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Why? Ain't nobody even in the arena to be showboat for. The arena probably wasn't even halfway full,
Exactly.
and you showboating like. What do
Yeah.
you? I was like,
He,
why, Jesus? Why us? Why? Why you just can't just make the
he's
regular pass, my guy? Make
he
the regular
said
pass.
if you don't play with flair, he's not himself. So maybe
I
that's
mean,
what
Exactly.
it is.
I understand, but it's a time and place for flair, though, man. And it wasn't nobody there anyway, man. Half full arena. I mean, nobody came to see the Rockets.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Juan. What's your thoughts on Trey today? But I get Trey a 9, man. Trey. Oh,
Yeah.
one more thing. Let me just add. I like the shooting. My point guard shooting 50% from the field. I can't debate that. My point guard shooting high. What did I say? He shot from 3.
4 for 7.
4 for 7. My point guard shooting over 50% from 3. My point guard with the double-digit assists. Again, I love it. We just got to clean up the turnovers because now the turnovers really gonna matter in this playing game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everything else, he was magnificent. I love it. Got people involved. Didn't ball hog. And he get a 9 from me. Talk to me, Juan.
Yeah, man. As a team, we had a lot of assists tonight. I'm giving Trey an 8. Only reason I'm giving him an 8, Trey got 12 turnovers in his last 2 games. That's 6 turnovers a game. Just like you said, like that can't happen. We he got to cut those down at least half, man, to at least 2 to 3. I know you're gonna have the ball 50, 60% of the time. You got to cut that down. You can't have 6 turnovers. 6 turnovers against Brooklyn or even the Hornets, like that can be detrimental to us on the defensive end. I think Trey had a quiet 28-11. I'm getting used to him getting 25 and 11 and 10 a game. Like it's just becoming. That's how good he is. Like that. He's that good offensively that 25 and 10 is expected now. You know what I mean? And I know that's not fair to him.
That's the superstar. That's superstar
Yeah,
numbers right there, baby.
yeah. And I know that's not fair to him. You know what I mean? And say, well, he been doing all year. He didn't get this game, like making it. No, like that just goes to show the level of stardom and where he's grown to and where we've been accustomed to and privileged to have him on our team. Like 28-11, you know what I mean? Like it's like average for Trey right now. Average for him, you know what I mean? So 8, strong 8, gotta cut turnovers down. Like I said, 12 in 2 games. Strong 8 for me.
Talk to me, Mr. Matt Trey Young, superstar.
I'll give him a 9. The turnovers is the only reason why it's not a 10. He got to cut down on them turnovers, and some of them are just so silly. The double team will come, he'll wait and hold the ball until they both come, and he's on the sideline, and it's like you're already kind of diminutive in size already. So like, what are you doing? And then I don't know what he be doing sometimes.
Didn't we just have a whole debate about that the other night about him holding the ball, waiting for the double team to come?
Wait for the turnover. Mm-hmm.
We just
and Kevin just be looking at him like, bro, really? Like, so, but I like his assists. I like the assists, the 11 assists. I like the points. For the most part, without them turnovers, he played under control. And he really pick and chose his spots. He didn't, what I'm saying? He just wasn't out of control. He said, all right, this 4-minute stretch is me, or this 3-minute stretch is me, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I thought he did brilliantly last year in the playoffs. He didn't, in earlier parts of the season as well. He didn't dominate. He did this segment, I'm going to control it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let everybody else do their thing, and then I'm going to come back in and pick and choose when I attack and when I, do my thing. So if he can do that and, hone into that more, need him to go back and watch them, especially that Knicks series, he did that really well. This 3-minute stretch, I'm going to dominate, but the rest of the time, I'm getting everybody else involved so they don't know what's coming next. If he can hone into that more, we should be good.
all right. And our last player rating, y'all know who we always do them last. Coach Nate and the coaching staff. Juan, talk to me about Coach Nate, coaching staff. What you rate him tonight, my guy?
Man, I'm sorry. I was looking at the minutes on my iPad, just looking at the team. What's the point of playing TLC if? Well, I'm just trying to get it. What's the point of playing him at this juncture, man? Like, he played 7 minutes, gave you 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, and Gallo played 32 minutes. I mean, that's our answer at power forward right now. Like, that is our answer. Gallo played heavy minutes.
And TLC not even a power forward.
exactly. Gallo,
He not even
yeah,
tall enough to be a good small forward while you're playing.
exactly. Gallo plays 30 plus minutes, and TOC gonna come play the other minutes. We ain't gonna give you nothing. Like I don't get it, man. Like I mean, we could talk about it after this. The coaching staff, I give Nate an 8 just because we won. Um, he could have did a little bit better with these guys. Like talk to him like, look, man, we playing for this. We playing for the play in right now. We playing for home court advantage, for at least for the first game. Like you guys got to pick it up, and I think they did towards the fourth quarter. He said something to him possibly, but I think we talked about it, Damon. When they came out in the third quarter, I said every third quarter, here we go again. Starting off, and these boys got to 6 points, and we was up 15, 18 points at halftime. I'm like, bro, come on, man. This is the
Let me see. Let me
Rockets.
see. Did we give it up? Did we give it up? Yep. I told you, hey, one quarter each game, we gonna give up 35 points in a quarter, bro. It never fails. And we gave
Yeah,
up
we did. We
35
did.
in the second. Listen, we gave up
Yeah.
35 points in the second quarter to a team that's 40 games under 500.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And people complain when I say, bro, we should be up 30 against these. These dudes had nothing to play for, but they were just out there like they was at the YMCA, my guy.
Yep.
And these dudes, and we gave up third. Luckily, unusually, when they scored 35, we scored 38. Thank God. But
Yeah.
we just not, and it go back, I'm gonna beat this dead horse one last time before the play-in start. We just not a good defensive team, man. And it's gonna come back and bite us in the ass when we start playing these good teams. When you play, you can't give up 35 in a quarter to Charlotte because they'll run off that. They'll get motivated off that. They got
Yeah.
people on that team who want to win. Luckily, playing team 40 games under 500, they just want to go out with a bang. But
Yeah.
when you play, if that was Charlotte, I guarantee this game would be a lot closer than what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Giving up
man.
35, man.
Just like you said, I'm looking at it too. You say, look, we scored 38. We letting the boys score 35 and 32 in the third quarter. Like, you can't give up almost 70 points, man, to
Not to a
a
team
team.
40 games under
Yeah.
500.
Yeah, they just playing for Jalen Green, to be the best rookie of the year or best rookie of the year
Yeah, and shout out
category,
him.
man.
He got his 40 piece.
You know what I mean? So what are we playing for? I don't know, man.
Hey, somebody always get. Hey, remember we used to say somebody always getting a career high against us, bro.
Exactly. Yep.
Talk to me, Matt, about what you thought about Nate and the coaching staff and how you rate him tonight.
I would give him a 7 because we did win. If we, what I'm saying, even if it was closer than what it was, would it end up being 16 points, then, he might have got like under a 5 because they did not come out with any intensity, any focus at all. I mean, like I said, the rotations are late. They're not rebounding. So I understand they in drop coverage, but I mean, at least run past a dude to act like you trying to deter him from shooting a 3. I mean, I don't know what they was doing. So they played, they were sloppy, just like I said, unfocused. And so for me, that's coaching.
Okay, bro, listen. Everything you just said, you sound like, let me tell you who you sound like, man. You sound like a broken record from us the whole year, bro.
Yep.
We've been saying this. I mean, what you just said. And listen, I'm actually a Nate supporter. And even I get tired of, listen, man, the only reason I haven't said get rid of Nate is because, I mean, I gotta keep it a buck. Since he's taken over, we are over 500 as an organization, man. I mean, that's one thing I can't take away from him. And he's only been here, what, a year? What's this, April? He's been here a year. He's been in charge a year and what, 3 months?
Yeah.
So I don't want to be one of those fans who be like, fire the coach. And we don't really have a definite reason. Now, I could say if we was under 500, or hell, if this regular playoffs and we would have missed the playoffs this year, I'd have been like, fire him. I don't care what our record is.
Yeah.
So you can't replace a coach every year because you'll get a bad reputation league wide about that. But
exactly
Nate, you kind of see why he got fired from his other stops. He's not saying there's 2 type of coaches. There's a strategic coach and then there's a manager.
Yeah.
Nate is a manager.
Okay, I
You know
can
what I'm
agree with
saying?
that. I can
Whatever I
agree with
wrote
that.
down on that piece of paper as the game plan at 3 o'clock, that's what we doing. We're not switching it. We not nope. Whatever I wrote down at 3 o'clock, that's what we doing. I don't want to hear nothing else. That's what we're gonna do. And if we lose, oh well. The
Don't do
players just didn't play
don't
that,
do
man.
that,
I'm like,
man. Hey, that sound like some not even a mad just sound like some old person type deal. All right,
Well,
kids.
yeah, but it's true to what Matt's saying, man. Because if you look, I'm shout out the chats right now. If you look at what Black Aces said, he said Nate gonna coach the coach the same no matter what the score, and he ain't lying, bro. We could be up 30 like we was in the fourth quarter, up 22, and Nate still got the starters in there running hard.
why?
Hey,
120. Hey, we was a 120
we
99 with 5 minutes left, and Nate still got the starters.
hey,
Bring
we
in more
said this.
starters.
Hey, we said this a while back. Remember, I said it don't matter who cooking, bro. Trey could go for 30 and a quarter, bro. But at that 4 minute mark,
You coming
he
out?
coming out the game, bro.
You coming out? Get out.
I don't care what Trey got going on. He is gonna take him out. One night, Trey had like 14 in like the first like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, he going for 50. Cause yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes I get caught up in that stuff too. I be like,
Yeah.
I still want to be on Sports Center and whatnot. I was like, he going for 50. And then I hear Bob Radburn. here comes Bogey. Oh, for Trey. I'm like, why? And
Hey,
you ever notice, you know what? And I think it was analyst who said it again today. He said, for some reason, Nate like taking people out the game after they get a bucket.
yeah, he did it. He did it. He did the Herder last game. Remember, Herder scored 9 straight points, and
And then
because he
he
come
took
back
him
in the first
out.
half, he took him out the game. Why? Why, bro? He was carrying the offense. No, you need to breathe. You doing too much scoring.
And just like the Miami game. Remember we
That's what I'm
complained
talking about.
about that.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm
but
talking
it
about.
and what was funny is there was people saying, no, he had to bring Trey back in. I'm like, bro,
No,
listen.
he didn't.
He didn't, bro. Like at the end of the day, as the coach, your job is to win the game, not make sure motherfuckers make the All NBA third team,
Yeah,
not to make none of that. Your job is to win. But he put the starters in, and we tricked off the game, bro. Like,
I just be wondering what he be thinking. He just arms just be folded. It's just like a statue. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if somebody run over there and be like, hey, dude, you need to call a timeout. They're like on a 12-0 run. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I'm
hey,
like,
hey, I'm only saying it because it's the end of the year. Remember we was playing the Celtics, and we went
yeah,
on a run, and he called a timeout.
yeah, man.
it was on that sheet. I'm telling you, it was on that
I
sheet. Call
say, why are
timeout,
you
4 minute mark.
bro? I'm like, we running there. Why would you call a timeout and not the Celtics?
Yeah,
This
What I'm
man,
like, what are you doing,
he got to ride
man?
the hot hand.
Bro,
The Met,
Nate, listen, Nate,
you got
like
you.
y'all said, man, Nate is an awesome, professional regular season guy. I feel that it's just a feeling. His decisions might cost us either in the play-in or if we make the playoffs. I think we're gonna lose based off his some decisions that he makes, man. And I'm not too. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I love my Hawks. Been a Hawk. Y'all know I've been a Hawks fan. I'm 45 years old, bro. I've been a Hawks fan for at least fucking like 30 years. But I don't feel confident going into the play-in right now, man.
Me either,
I
Demar.
really don't feel. Usually, I'm ready to bet money. I mean, obviously, not a lot, I'm a $10 bet type guy, but
Ain't no wrong with
because I
that.
don't like losing money neither. I got bills to pay,
Exactly. Yeah.
but I don't really have confidence right now, man. Maybe when the play-in start, my confidence will get a little higher once I see us in action. But you know me, Juan. My motto is, I don't know which Hawk team gonna show up, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
And
what's your thought? What's your thoughts on the play-in right now, there, Matt?
Charlotte. I'm a little.
We should be playing Charlotte. I
I
think
think
we
we
play
are playing Charlotte. Let me
on
look.
Wednesday. We play them on Wednesday.
we got home court, right? We got home court, right?
Yeah, we got home court.
Okay. Juan to be back. He probably hit the wrong button.
Oh.
So what's your
So
thoughts on us playing Charlotte in the play-in, man?
I'm pretty. If I would be like really confident if we didn't come out defensively and play so bad today, as far as like the focus and stuff. We, like I said, had no focus, no urgency, just nothing in the first half, just sleepwalking. But I feel like we match up well against Charlotte. I think we had a game earlier this year where we lost to them, but we weren't playing well. That was during that 9-game or 10-game straight losing streak at home.
Yeah.
We didn't play well. But our last game against Charlotte, we played pretty well.
And we played them real tough in Charlotte, matter of fact.
So I think we have a better roster than Charlotte. That's what I'm banking on. And the fact that we got Trey and they don't.
Okay.
That's saying that's what I'm, because he can go for 40 if he need to, but they don't have anybody that I think can match him, mano for mano. So that's what I'm wrestling on. It has nothing to do with coaching. It has nothing to do with the defense we played today. It's simply Trey, and I think our roster is a little bit better.
Let me add something to that, Juan, to that question. Do you think coaching will play a part in this playing game against Charlotte on Tuesday?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing is making those adjustments when if Charlotte goes on a run or we've been stagnant offensive wise. Like, what are you going to do? What kind of missing and matching are you going to do? Your X and O's, just like Matt said, not becoming a manager and being a strategic thinker on the goal. You know what I mean? Situational awareness. I know I'm using Army terms right now.
Army.
But yeah, but everybody knows Trey. Nobody can stop Trey. We know that. But my biggest X factor right now is Miles Bridges and a little bit of Terry Rozier. Because
Hey, don't forget now. Hey, Juan, don't forget one game against them without Rozier, they cooked us with Ish Smith.
Exactly. That was last year too. You know what I mean? Pathetic, bro. But that's my biggest thing. I did bring up a little stat somebody brought up. They said without Dre for 2 games against Charlotte, Miles went for 35 and 38 against us. They said the 2 games Dre did play, he had 19 and 18. So that gives me a little bit more confidence because I know Dre gonna be on him a lot more. You know what I mean? We're playing at home, so we're really good at home. We're one of the top 3 teams at home in the Eastern Conference. I didn't even know that. We were like 27 and 14 or something.
Yeah, I think they won like 18 out of 20.
Yeah, we went 19. We went in the last 22 games. We went 19 and 3 at home after having that 10-game home losing streak.
Yeah, so I didn't see that. I was like, man, we're really, really good at home. So that gives me a little bit more confidence. It's just that Nate is going to have to coach that. We're playing to win. So if somebody's hot, leave them in. Don't go to your regular season coaching methods. All right, Herder, you got 15 in the quarter, bro. I know you sizzling. I know you they ain't a shot you can't make right now, but I need you to take this 5-minute break. You know what I mean? Like you gotta roll with your aces that game, man. If somebody's sucking, sit them down for a minute, man. Like don't be afraid.
I need him to watch some Ty Lue tape. That's what we need. Tyronn Lue. He play everybody. He played a hot hand. He played. It don't matter if you a rookie, sophomore. He don't care. He throwing you out there to see if you got it.
Yep.
I need Nate to embody that for 2
Okay,
games.
so I got a question for Matt, but I'm gonna lead it off with Juan because Juan. So who is our X factor, Juan? And then I'm gonna go to you, Matt.
Our X factor.
Yeah, for us, who do you think is going to be our X factor against the Charlotte Hornets for the playing game? Chat, talk to me, chat. Who y'all got? Who's going to be our X factor
for this game?
Yeah, just for this playing game right here.
I'm looking at the center position. I'm gonna say Capella. Outside of Plumlee, they don't have anybody, no big to come in. The next big they have is PJ Washington, but he's gonna be starting. He's 6'8". They don't have no big, so Clint Capella got to establish himself. They know about our shooters. But if Clint Capella can have a game like he had today, I think it'll play huge dividends.
So you think so Clint Capella, win or lose, he should easily have a double-double against the Hornets. Yeah. Who you got, Matt, as an X factor for the Atlanta Hawks against the Hornets?
X factor, I'm gonna say Dre. Because normally when Dre plays well, we win. Normally. And he's gonna have to neutralize Bridges on the perimeter. He's gonna have to hold him down. And then offensively, just make your open threes. Don't try to, I want you to be aggressive, but, don't, try to drive to the rim if you don't got it. This ain't the game to be missing layups or that pass he tried to throw to Trey just went. to like the third row today. Just what I'm saying, just stay in your lane, but play defense. As long as he neutralizes Bridges, hits a couple of his open threes that he gets every game, I think we should be fine.
Uh,
I think our X factor, and I'll come back to you, Juan.
okay.
I think our X factor. I think it's gonna be our whole bench. I'm just thinking back to when we went on our last winning streak. That was not the latest one, but we had one. I want to say right after the All-Star break.
A 7-game.
7 game win
Yeah,
streak.
when we had the bench coming in, a couple games, it was coming in giving us 40, 50. One time they had 60 off the bench.
Cooking.
And it felt like, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. It felt like we was unbeatable. Like, because even when our starters was tricking off, the beginning of the game, our bench would come in, stabilize it. Then we will get the lead. Then Nate he'll take them out. But I thought our bench was just amazing. I had so much confidence in the team at the time because I knew. Well, I didn't know, but I always felt no matter what the score was, we was never out of the game. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm back to you, Juan. What's your thoughts, my guy?
And I'm a caveat of that. And I'm gonna add one more thing. Yeah, man, that 7 game winning streak after All-Star break, culminating with that huge win over Phoenix. I'm like, these boys can beat anybody. And obviously, Phoenix is running away. They ran away with as the best team of the season, man. And I saw how we defended and played against them. I was like, dude, we can beat anybody in that stretch. And then we go back and start playing Hawk ways and stuff.
Hawk basketball.
Hawk basketball, standard Hawk basketball. I'm like, man, this ain't what we signed up for. But back to the game on that's coming up on, I think it's Wednesday, April 13th. Our bench, our bench gonna have to play huge because if you go back to that Charlotte game when they played in Charlotte, who destroyed us off their bench? Trez. He had like 14 and 12, man. And he's 6'6". I was like, you can't let that happen. You can't let him get all the rebounds and put back dunks on you. And like, this is unacceptable, man.
He came out, bro. I know what you're talking. He came out with so much energy, bro.
Yeah,
energy and effort. And Clint, none of them matched his energy that game, man. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that game.
We didn't match it. So our bench is going to be huge. A key component of that bench is Lou Williams. And we don't know we getting Lou Williams on Wednesday, man.
Bro,
he's been out for 2 weeks.
We need to go cut him, bro. He be taking games off for personal reasons, man. And then you know what's so funny? Go follow him on Instagram, bro. Like, if you taking games off for personal reasons, when you have personal reasons, you thinking, okay, probably something with the family, maybe your mom or something. Bro, he'll take a game off for personal reasons. I'll go his Instagram story. He be at the club.
Yeah, what? Man. See?
Bro, he be out and about. I be like, and then don't forget the game he took off because he had to honor the Clippers out of respect for the Clippers. I've never heard that. Bro, no other team would allow that. If I was the coach, I'd have been like, man, you better get your ass in uniform.
Yeah. He don't play afternoon games either, or is it early morning games?
Nope,
man, I wish, bro, we could.
He got too many stipulations.
We could have had somebody else playing in them minutes, bro. Lou, like I said, man, Lou, he too focused on his album, bro. His album. That's what he worried about. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even gonna sell none.
His back jacked up. I know that much, but he's been out the last 2 weeks, man. Even that game, what game was it? Toronto, we had 2 points in like 10 minutes. And
but if his back hurt, but Juan, if his back hurt, why is he not on the injury report?
Exactly.
What is personal reasons? Like, let's be honest. Lou not a superstar, so you don't got to play no mind tricks with teams about Lou Will.
Exactly.
Maybe I can see you do it with Trae Young because you're trying to keep the other team guessing on their defensive setup. Bro, Lou, if his back hurt, he out, back hurt.
Put him on the injury list. Yeah.
Personal reasons. I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be personal when we he only got a 1-year deal, but I'd have been like, when we don't offer him,
it's too late in the season. It's too late in the season, but I thought like Skylar Mason's gonna get some minutes.
Thank you.
Throughout the year, because if you think he can play, he plays good defense. He gets steals. I think he was in the top 5 in the G League in steals. He can
You know
play a
what?
little
I'm
bit.
gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you where Jalen Johnson, Sharif Cooper, and Skyler. This what hurt them. That COVID hurt them. They bruh, end of December, they would have got so many minutes. But
Yeah.
as soon as they came up from College Park,
Yep.
Jalen Johnson, all in the same day, went into a COVID protocol, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's when we ran all them G League. That's when Trey came out and Trey was like, I couldn't practice and I don't even know my
No.
teammates.
Yeah, I
Right.
remember that. Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, I felt so bad for Jalen Johnson and I felt so bad for Sharif Cooper because that would have been their time to get some real NBA minutes. And
Mm-hmm.
they would have they wouldn't have been playing the top teams because everybody for some reason got hit with that COVID at that point in time. But what
Mm-hmm.
happened is they didn't get no minutes. And as soon
And
as
I
they
know.
came out COVID protocol, they went back to College Park.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I want to add
I,
to that
I
too.
go ahead, Juan, and I'll come to you,
Yeah,
Matt.
yeah. I'm sorry, mate. Skylar Mays, he was one that didn't get the COVID, and he got it after everybody had got it. You know what I mean? But Skylar helped us beat Philadelphia. That dude had a double that game. You know what I mean? And I know we lost really bad against New York because we didn't have nobody. It was like Jason. It was like JC Capella, Skylar Mays, and Cam, and then the rest was just G Leaguers. So we got blued out of court because New York had all their personnel. But Skylar Mays played really well, man. Ain't nobody coming here and try to ask him to replace what Lou did offensively, but he's smart, man. Like he knows how to get in position. He's 6'4". He'll take it to the cup. He know how to play pick and roll defense. Ain't nobody asking him to come in and score 15, 20 points, man. But he definitely could have took the minutes that Lubin could has been taking because Skylar Mays, you got to remember, he went down to the G League for a little bit, but he's been on the Hawks bench the whole year. The
exactly.
whole year, man. Just sitting there, collecting, making sure the bench warm for whoever comes sit down.
Go ahead, Matt. What was your thoughts you had?
No, that's my point. I'm like Nate, like Mr. Robot over there. I'm like, dude, he can play. He brings energy. He diving on the ball for loose ball. He diving on the floor for loose balls. He come down the lane. He'll dunk. He can dunk on
Yeah,
somebody.
he will dunk on you.
So I'm like, what you looking? You're like, oh, this team is soft. And he didn't say it, but like this team is playing. We thinking that the team playing soft. They're not playing, with any energy. This dude can inject some life, into the team. But you got him sitting over there on the bench. And now he definitely not gonna play because because Nate, he
Oh yeah,
gonna
he ain't
Oh yeah,
playing. Even though
he
they
ain't
brought
playing.
him up, to fill up the roster. Let me change that. Because you know what? I never thought Trey Young was gonna get hurt in the playoffs neither. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When what's his name? When Brandon Goodwin didn't make the playoff roster, I
mm,
didn't even think twice about it
yeah,
until
yeah,
Trey got hurt. Then I was
yep.
like,
Hurt is bad, man.
yeah.
point guard, our backup point guard, a real point guard is back in Atlanta. We trying to play. We got Lou Will trying to play point guard in the conference finals. Like I was just like, So I'm not gonna sit here and say that he won't play because we never know what could happen in the playoffs. But
Yeah.
I'm
He
gonna tell
not
you like this, man.
anticipated to play.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I hope the Hawks can turn what's it called? They would put on playoff mode. Playoffs start right now, even though we're hell for us. It started when we was under 500
Yeah.
Yeah,
after the All-Star break. But now it's go time. It's go time now. So I hope Trey not bored no more. And hey, man, we making more post-game videos for the damn playoffs
yeah,
after because we got to win 2 playing games, don't we?
yep.
Yeah.
We sure do.
One home and one on the road.
We just
Yeah,
make this shit so hard for ourselves.
we did. I got a question for y'all, man. Since we talked about who our X factor, who y'all think the Hornets, who we should be trying to shut down, for them, to give us the better chance to win on Wednesday.
Let me think.
What
Go ahead, Matt, if you already got some.
watching them of late, between Rozier and Kelly Oubre, that's been their spark plug off the bench. Has been Kelly
Yep.
Oubre. He's playing well the last couple games, and Terry Rozier. You know, what I'm saying he hot and cold, but them games he hot. You know, what I'm saying he could carry you. So I'm a little bit nervous, like I said, with our defense, our turnstile defense on the perimeter, because Hunter can't guard everybody. So I'm, saying I'm a little nervous about Rozier, Scary Terry, but if we can hold him in check and then um, off the bench, saying I don't think we're gonna be able to stop him because we don't got no defenders on our bench outside of Oyeka. But at least keep up with him bench scoring. I think Gallo said bench mob. Keep it at least even. You know what I'm saying? Then we should be good. But
Speaking of that,
Rozier and Oubre.
I'm
speaking
thinking
of that,
about
go ahead. I'm sorry.
okay. I'm thinking LaMelo. And the only reason I say Melo is because I think Melo is like what you call it. He's like the inspiration for the. He the one that get him hype with them passes, crazy dribbling. He may not kill us as far as like the box score, even though he could. But I think he the one throwing them lobs to Bridges. Um, I think if we can kind of keep him mellow, oh shit, no pun intended. Um, if we can kind of keep him mellow and not get the other players excited, I think we can jump on them. You know what I'm saying? And take it. But what that's assuming Dre can limit Bridges, like you said. If he can hold, if you get Dre, if he can hold Bridges to around, I want to say 15 to
Mm-hmm.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said earlier, Juan, if we can get Capella, if Capella, he needs to dominate his matchup. It's no excuse why he can't ball. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. It's like going outside. If I see Capella and I see Plumlee, I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
talking about?
Yeah.
yeah,
Like that's unspoken. I'm gonna look at him like, you can't take this guy, bro. You should be
yeah.
killing this guy.
Yeah.
So, and I'm with you on that one. Uh, he got to dominate that matchup, man. So I think if Capella can dominate by giving us that double double, we can slow down Bridges with Hunter. We keep Melo from that energy and
Mm-hmm.
affecting the other his teammates.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can get it, man. I think we can get it.
I want to speak on the hot cold of Uber and Rozier, just like he said, man. If y'all go back to that game against us, Rozier was off the whole game. In the fourth quarter, he hit like 9 straight points, man. He killed
Mm-hmm.
us. And he killed us in the last 5 minutes. I was like, good God, man. We held this guy all game, and he just killed us in the last 5 minutes. And then today, they playing Washington. I think he had like 6 points at halftime. He finished like 22-24 at the end of this game because he got hot in the second half. So he's definitely one of those guys that I keep on my radar, man. Like he'll shoot you out the game, but he can also overpower you and beat you. You know what I mean? He's hot and cold. He is one of those microwave shooters, man. But my biggest X factor is again, can we stop Miles Bridges? He LaMelo is the energy. He's the, like you said, he's the inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Bridges is their go-to scorer. He is their
Yep.
go-to scorer. You know what I
Yep.
mean? If Dre can limit him and make him shoot bad and make him have to shoot up bad 3 pointers and not let him attack the rim, man, that's gonna play into our hands, and then we can do what we do and cook on the offensive end.
Yeah, at least make this guy work, man. You know what I'm saying? And I really want to beat him because I really hate the Hornets announcers, man. Like they really get hype over basic dunks. I don't know if you ever heard.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
if
it's
you
on
ever heard
ESPN.
them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's on ESPN, so you ain't gotta worry about that.
Oh, and I will say, Harold, Oyeka cannot. Them boys got bullied. I think it was that game in Charlotte.
That's what you're talking about. Yeah, man. Montrez destroyed them, man. You
I
keep
mean, he
dunking
was
on
just
them.
he grabbed the ball, dunked, and just yelling in their face, and they
And
just
he
At
like,
six
only
six, at 6'6",
6'7". What he 6'6", 6'7"?
6'6", man.
I'm like, this
Onyeka six
dude.
nine.
I mean,
Bro,
he was.
Nate D. I don't know what the hell. And I said this a couple months ago, man. Nate got to get off that Zen shit, bro. Like I don't know what the hell music he be playing to get these in that locker room. But that Zen shit he on, that fold your arms and that kumbaya,
Yeah.
like that shit don't work at the pro level, man. You know what I'm
Hey, if
saying?
y'all seen uh the tournament game with Carolina and Kansas, like Herbert Davis, like that's what we need. We need somebody with some energy that's gonna be running. You know what I'm saying? Not too emotional, but gonna be running up and down the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Give us
Yeah.
some energy. Nate over there, I'm like, I'm
Nate ain't
surprised
giving
they
no
ain't
energy, man.
sleep.
Yeah, Nate ain't giving no energy, man, at
Man,
all.
listen, bro, listen, Juan. We better win this game, bro, or I'm gonna act a freaking fool if we
Oh,
lose,
you
bro.
hey,
Why,
so
why, why?
bro,
I better
Thursday,
tell you something, Juan. I better tell you why. Hey, Juan be on their ass in the first quarter. He be like, "This bullshit, we lost." I be like, "Juan, it's only the first quarter, my God."
dude, the bad vibes, man. It's just the bad vibes. But you're right, like you gotta watch the whole game because they'll come back out, they'll play. And I keep forgetting it's the number 2 offense in the league. Like they're so good shooting wise that they play so lazy. I don't know if that makes sense. Because they know they can shoot so well. They're that gifted offensively that they let other parts of their game determine that. One of the broadcasters earlier this year said the Hawks let their offense determine their defense, not their defense determine their offense. We're so backwards.
Bro, I told you
Mhm.
we built like the Falcons, man. We built the outscore, not the stop. That's what because, bro, we be scoring, bro. It's games we lost where we score 120 points and we lose. Like
Yeah,
that's
Mhm.
that's mind blowing. Like you score 120 points, you're supposed to win.
Right.
exactly.
You supposed to win, but that just showed you how bad our defense was at the time, and we just can't. I'm just hoping we can go on that run like we did last year, man. Because I mean, I was feeling the same way, and I have a little bit more confidence going into New York. My only last year, the only concern I had was, you know, the, our core players just their first time in the playoffs. That was my only
Yeah.
Yeah.
concern. How would they respond? Now I'm like, bruh, we wouldn't even be in the playoffs if it wasn't for the
Yeah.
play in. So,
Yeah.
and we don't know like I said, I don't know what Hawks team is going to show up. At least last year in the second half when they took over, the team was consistent. When you go 27-11, you consistent. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Right now, like I said, we got to be one of the few teams. We'll reel off 7 wins in a row, and then turn around and lose, 5 in a row. To
Yeah.
teams we
Yeah.
should beat. But
And then,
Hey,
and,
go ahead, Matt.
go
oh
ahead, Matt.
no, and then I thought about it like, all right, why are we so inconsistent? And then I looked the other day. I think we're like maybe the fourth youngest team in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I
Oh
got
yeah, we still
Trey's
young. We still
23,
young.
Kevin's 23, John's 24, Dre's 24. So I'm like, that's that's not the whole reason, but that's a lot of the reason why they so up and down. But
And that's where Travis need to come in and this offseason because he didn't do it last offseason. Well, he did it, but he traded him. He got to get some real veterans. Some I would prefer it'd be hard to get, some vet minimum guys with championship experience or at least tons of playoff experience in here. Someone who gonna say at the beginning of the season, hey, the championship run starts in
Today. Yeah.
October,
Yeah.
not
Exactly.
November, not
Yeah.
June. It start now.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Because if
Yeah.
we take that type of approach, guess what? Now we not planting our starters deep into in the fourth quarter on the last game of the season, playing for a position that the NBA just made up for
Exactly.
teams.
Here,
You know what I'm
here,
saying?
here's the thing that helps me a little bit. Will help me sleep until we get to the playing game on Wednesday. This team got 18 games of playoff experience together from the last year run. You count the
mhm.
7 against Philly, 6 against Milwaukee, and 5 against New York. So we got 18 years. So I'm not worried about the continuity. I know we're not gonna have the butterflies or anything like that. Like this play Hawks basketball, man, but turn up just a little bit for this playing. You at home, you already got that going for you. We're good at home. We're really, really good at home. You know what I mean? So that kind of that bodes a little bit confidence in me that we can go out here and we can. I don't think we'll just skirt by. I think we'll win convinced. I think we'll win between 7 and 10 points, man. That's my thought. You know what I mean?
Hey, I might go live tomorrow so we could talk about it, man, and really get into this playing game right here.
Oh yeah,
Cause
we got three
in my
days.
opinion, man, if I'm the owner or the GM, I'm thinking this game right here for me is really gonna dictate how we move forward with the organization. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because you could really say, you know what, Nate, I'm finna fire your ass if we lose this game because
That's what I was gonna ask y'all.
Yeah.
Do
I
y'all
mean
think?
you could legitimately say that because you could really sit back and say, bro, you led us to not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, you could legit say that, you know what I'm saying? And considering that the owner spent all that money in the offseason re-signing our players,
Mhm.
and for Nate to come out and I'm not going to sit here and let our end of the season record fool me. We've been below 500 all the way up until what? In the end of March? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. In the March. Yeah.
yeah, and we just happened now. I am kind of got a little warm and fuzzy because these past we've been doing our thing in the month of April, and I did say in one of the post game lives that's all I want. Going to the play in on a little winning streak. You know what I'm saying? We got a little confidence right now. You know, Gallo shot good tonight. Trey shot good tonight. Hopefully, Dre shot good tonight.
Real
So,
good.
yeah, so hopefully that carry over to the play in because really that's all I can ask for right now. You know, because I wouldn't bet no money on the Hawks, and I love my Hawks. I wouldn't bet
Yeah.
no money on these guys right now, man. I'd be a fool. You know what I'm saying?
I,
So,
I, go ahead, Matt.
go
Sorry.
ahead, Matt.
Oh, no. And so like I want to say a month ago, maybe 2 months ago now, I was listening to Travis, and he was saying, he put out to me the blueprint. He said, as long as we move the ball, everybody touches it, rotates. You know what I'm saying? That energizes our defense. We rotate on the perimeter. You know what I'm saying? We contest at the rim. Generally we're going to win because we're such a strong offensive team. The games we lose, the ball gets stagnant. Everybody go one on one. You know what I'm saying? Trey, he could be, his time the whole game, or in critical junctures like we're up four with 4 minutes left, or we're up three like in Miami under 2 minutes, and it's like the the execution is not there.
Mm-hmm.
So, as long as we can hone in on our execution, we should be fine. And we play mediocre defense because
Yeah.
we're
Immediately.
not a good defensive team. You just
We're
got
Exactly.
to
not.
pray that
We're not, bro.
you're mediocre. But the offense is historic. You just got to be mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
I,
So that's what you're hoping for.
Hey
I got
Juan,
some.
hey
Go ahead.
Juan,
Uh-huh.
tap in on this right here, this post by Alex. And then Matt, once Juan give me his response, I'm gonna come to you about this.
All right.
What you think about this? What's your
I'm
opinions
gonna
on
get
this
to it
right here?
honestly. Can you honestly say they have a better roster? No, we don't have a better roster. In fact, we're missing another, you could say, key component in John Collins, which I was about to bring up before you asked me to say this. We're scoring the same amount of points without John Collins right now. And no, I'm not advocating for not having him. That's not where I'm going with that. What I am going to say is he's getting closer to coming back to returning. We make it past the play in, the two play games, and we have a first round setup with Miami because that's who realistically we'll be playing. Do you bring John back, or you let him continue rehabbing into the off season? And let's just say hypothetically we get past Miami. Do you still bring him back, or you keep letting him rehab?
Me personally, I'm gonna bring him back. I'm
Okay.
gonna bring him back. I'm gonna bring him back because I mean, I'd rather have John Collins than no John Collins. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Now, like you said, fans obviously they'll nitpick his game, saying, you know what, we better without him. We better with Gallo, or they'll say, well, that's why we got Jalen Johnson. But to me, I think Collins helps. His help defense is so good
Mm-hmm.
to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it gives me that extra layer of protection. When
Yeah.
Kevin Herter and Bogey don't feel like playing defense and they man get past him and attack the basket. You know what I'm saying? They force Clint to come over, give us some extra help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you don't, and Collins give you a little bit more rebounding that you don't get with a Gallo, because Gallo don't crash the boards. Gallo
He's not.
boards
Yeah.
the ones that come to him or
Yeah.
Right.
around him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and he give me a better chance to get more rebounds, help limit offensive rebound for the other team, because Collins is actually down there, unlike Gallo.
Yeah.
Um, I will play him because, and this me speaking as a 30 rooting for these boys for 30 some years. If I got a chance to make a run, I'm taking it.
Okay.
I'm not thinking about next year. if I got a legit chance, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And obviously, as you probably wouldn't even, if your chance legit unless you like, in that locker room. You feel me? What's your
Yeah.
thoughts on that, Matt?
So I would play him for two reasons. One, I would play him because, like you said, I want to see if we can kind of recreate some of that magic from last year. I'm also going to play him because I'm evaluating him to see if he's a legitimate number two or if he can grow into that role because I paid him for that. So,
Or since you said that, my bad, Amy, or increase his trade value if you decide to move on
right,
from him.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So I'm evaluating him. It's not the money was for what we think he can become going forward.
Exactly.
It's what he did,
Hmm.
but it's what we think he can become going forward. So I'm evaluating to see if he's there or if he's not there, can I package him with something else and get a Shea Gillis Alexander, or if I can get there with another player. Just that was just a random player. If I can get there with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? I think you got to give John a legitimate opportunity to either prove or disprove he's that number two guy in the playoffs when it matters.
So I
So
say
that's one.
I say
Two
that.
about
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot. No, you had two. You had two things. My bad.
Oh, the roster. Okay, this is what I want to say to. I'll be talking to Hawks fans and all that. This is what I'll be trying to tell them. To me, is this a championship roster? No, but I don't believe anybody. Just from my point of view, I don't believe anybody should be expecting the roster to be a championship roster, considering the age and considering the lack of long term playoff experience. They're not built to win a championship. That's not the way that the roster was constructed. It wasn't constructed to win a championship. They haven't been. I mean, yeah, they've been trying to get higher draft positions to build the team, but the team as constructed don't have years of playoff experience. It's not playoff or bust. To me, what last year showed you was if the vision works, you just probably have
Hmm.
to change out the pieces. You know what I'm saying? Gallo or Bogdanovich. You have to change out the pieces, but the formula works.
Yeah.
So
You know what? Oh, my bad, my bad. Go ahead. I know you had something to say, Juan.
Yeah. So JC, man, like we're gonna need him. He's getting close to returning. He's been running. He's been shooting. He's getting close to return. I think his
mhm,
fingers almost it's almost healed up to the point where he's not it's not double tape or anything like that. He'll be able to dunk and all that. We're definitely gonna need him because I like to keep Gallo on the bench to keep that second unit, which is our strength. A Gallo off the bench with that second unit makes it real hard for any opposing bench. That includes Miami. You know what I mean? Who I'm looking forward, looking to. Um, we're definitely going to need him, and John has to establish himself. He has to make his presence known. He can't. He can't play little like he did against Milwaukee and against Philadelphia last year because he came up a lot. He came up small in some of those games. He only averaged like 13 points in between both series. You know what I mean? And like he's got to do a little bit more. And then this roster as it's constructed, you're right, man. We're not a championship roster. We're young, but we need these runs in the playoffs to establish it so we can know what it feels like. Like I know we have to work harder to get that number one, number two, number three seed. So we're not sitting on the outside almost looking in. Like it's going to build that mentality. It's going to build that experience. It's going to build that continuity. And just like you said, the vision works. Let me add in another big right here to Demond, a 7 footer, so I can come in who can now just eat up rebounds. Let me add in that hard nosed veteran that can come in and instill some discipline with this team when they mess up. And
mhm.
I sitting there, get back on defense. Stop sitting there talking to the refs. You know what I mean? Let me add those pieces in there. You know what I mean? To incorporate, to establish and become a championship team.
And
Right.
you know what? People got on me about that. I've been said that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Juan. I said our roster is flawed,
Yeah.
and people get on me about that. I'm like, bro, I ain't lying. It's flawed, man.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, and I know I'm beating a dead horse, man. Other teams in the East who on top of us in the off season, they got much better.
Yep.
We just got all right. You know what I'm
Mhm,
Yeah.
saying?
mhm,
DeLon
I
Wright
think
is just DeLon Wright. Adding DeLon Wright, like I said, it addressed an issue which we needed more. We needed a defensive type guard. Okay, that's one issue. What about we just got Milwaukee was plus 40 on the boards against us in the conference finals. How are we going to address that? Going to
Yeah,
get a Gorgie Dang don't address that issue.
yeah.
yeah,
That was a terrible move that made no sense. TLC, a move that made no sense. You know
yep,
what I'm saying? Now maybe Travis thought the players fit what he was trying to do. I mean, word on the street is that Nate asked for TLC. Why he would, I don't know. In my position, I think that he probably gave Nate an ultimatum. Hey, get this dude or this dude. And they was like, hell, just give me this guy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see why Nate will ask for a player that he don't play. TLC wouldn't be playing if we didn't have these injuries. He wouldn't
yeah.
have played nothing. So
Hey, Demond. Hey, man, I appreciate it, gentlemen. I gotta go.
well, I'm about to cut the show anyway. You know, we only got that hour 50, that 2 hour time limit, man. So this is
Yeah.
what we do real quick. We'll start with you, Juan. Go ahead, shout your people out. Uh shout out whatever you got going on. If you got a website or anything, then we'll go to Matt and then I'll close the show off.
Yeah, man. Shout out to NPC Facebook group. You haven't joined there. For all those that's listening, if you're not in there, please get in there. We got some real Hawk analysts in there, and we keep the jokes going. But a lot of serious Hawks fans is in there. The Willow Tree Co. That's my wife's website. So luxurious body lotions and oils and candles and all that stuff you can find on Facebook, Etsy, and Twitter. And then my last comment is,
And Juan,
man,
Juan wears all the lotions, so y'all can go
yeah,
smell them. Y'all can go smell
hey,
them if you.
yeah. Hey, just win on Wednesday. I don't care about the analytics. I don't care about any of the politics. Just win, Nate. Just win on Wednesday. I'm out, fellas.
All right, my guy. Appreciate you, my guy. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Matt. Last words and shout out anybody or anything you got going on.
Just Future Hoops. I'm on there heavy. If anybody, any fans on here that is on there too, I comment on there regularly. And then just win. You know, Al Davis used to say, "Just win, baby." So Wednesday, just win. Just take care of business. No, up and down play. Just consistency, and then we should be good.
Appreciate it. And I want to salute everybody in the chat. I want to salute my boy Juan for coming on. Shout out to my guy Matt making his first time appearance. Hey, don't be a stranger, my guy. Hey,
All right.
we here every post game, dog. Come
All
on
right.
up here, man. You know what
All
I'm
right.
saying? The more the merrier. You know, this is a channel by the fans, it's for the fans. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know, fellas, I got that time limit, so I can replay the post games on tomorrow. So you know we got to cut it short, but I'll put up a schedule if I go live tomorrow. We can discuss the playing game tomorrow. I'll let y'all know. Y'all see the notification. Make sure y'all hit that comment. Y'all comment, hit that like button, subscribe, and we out. Salute to the chat and everybody that came in. I appreciate y'all, man. One